Hello, my name is Searrard. This is a video guide to Battlefield 3's Conquest Mode. If you're new to the Battlefield franchise, this video will give you a good overview on what's going on when you join a Conquest server. In Conquest Mode, players are divided into two opposing teams. The key objective in Conquest is to reduce the opposing team's tickets. Tickets represent an army's ability to reinforce their position on the battlefield. Each team only has a limited supply of tickets, and each casualty on the battlefield reduces the number of available tickets. Control points or CPs represent key points on the map, and they are represented by coloured diamonds or squares and letters. Control points are also spawn points, and one team possessing a significant majority of the control points causes the other team's tickets to gradually decrease regardless of casualties. A round ends when one team's tickets are gone or the round timer ends. The Conquest map will have two opposing bases and a number of control points. At the start of the map, players will spawn first in their own base or on their own squads. Neutral control points are marked by a grey diamond and corresponding letter. We can see these points as part of our heads-up display to help us navigate the map. They are displayed with corresponding letters and colours. Enemy CPs are orange diamonds, your team CPs are blue squares, and neutral points are grey diamonds. Above the mini-map, we see all the CPs as coloured diamonds or squares. As the teams engage, these CPs will change hands. Stand within the radius of a control point, which will be a flagpole, to raise your team's flag. The more teammates you have within this control point, the faster the flag will raise. Capturing an enemy control point takes more time, as you'll need to lower their own flag, changing it to neutral, and then raise yours. If an enemy is within the radius of the control point, a flag's progress will be stopped until the area is cleared of enemies. If your team's CP is being captured, it'll flash in your HUD and you will get a warning to tell you so. You will not be warned if a neutral CP is being captured. Having more control points removes an enemy ticket every 5 seconds. In simple terms, the more CPs you control, the better, and the more you kill and the less you die, the better. Infantry squads should stick close and pick out CPs to capture or defend. If you find that you're missing from your squad or are flying planes or camping, you can do this solo, but it will be harder. When capturing an enemy CP, the opposing team will be warned what you were doing and will continue to spawn on the CP until it goes neutral, so be prepared for the enemy to appear out of nowhere. The enemy will also be coming to take it back, and usually they'll have to travel some distance to get to the flag. Some of the time they'll be crossing open ground. It doesn't hurt to take a look towards the nearest enemy CP or base, and you might get lucky and catch them crossing open ground. If the enemy has jets and choppers in the air, be prepared for strafing runs on a flag. As a full infantry squad, do your best to hold out for the capture. But if you're on your own and you know that there is a sizable force coming your way, it may be best to fall back and try and capture again in a minute or two. Doing this solo will tie up more enemy troops on just you alone, giving the rest of your team a better advantage in other areas in the map. Solo CP takers have to be stealthy, cunning, and willing to annoy the shit out of the enemy team. So if you find yourself alone in your squad, don't worry, there are many ways that you can help your side win. If you find yourself defending or going to defend your team CP, then remember that if you have to cross open ground, it's best done in a vehicle. And if the enemy are taking one of your CPs, they will be expecting you, so watch out for defenders, campers, or places where they might be. A grenade thrown into a doorway or a camping spot could flush out a few defenders while you're trying to secure the area. Think about where you would be hiding if you were going to capture this control point. If you see many of your team going to defend or retake an objective, then you don't have to join them. You might just hang back in case the enemy tries to take a different control point, which could be yours, or if the enemy survive the counterattack, you'll have a fair idea that they will be moving on to the next CP, which again could be yours. Don't stream off one by one to your death. Either go as one group or don't go at all. Conquest maps are usually laid out in a line or in a shape, and this allows for some sense of continuity with the battle line. However, some squads working well together may skip a control point and try to break up the opposing team's forces and cut the lines of reinforcements. Large open conquest maps will have vehicles and aircraft, so if you see your team lacks engineers then you might want to switch your loadout. Also, C4 and mines are deadly to incoming land vehicles, so think about your defensive capabilities as well as your attacking capabilities. Sniping is a very good way to have a good kill to death ratio, and the best snipers move and push the enemy back. Forward snipers can catch the enemy rushing to defend their own CPs. The recon loadout has a radio beacon to allow the recon to spawn on it. A sniper in enemy territory is going to get more kills than hanging back behind his team. While it's more dangerous to go forward with a sniper, with great risk can come great reward. With a radio beacon in enemy territory, you can give your squad a platform to quickly take an enemy CP. Lastly, Battlefield's a game for friends. Friends chat to each other, friends stick to their squads, friends spot enemies for each other. So, get your friends together, get a headset, make a party on the consoles, or on PC, get TeamSpeak, Vent, Mumble, Skype, and play as a team. That's all from me. Check out my other guides and videos. Thank you, and good luck out there.